Good morning, I'm Teresa Roche, and I want to tell you a little bit about Teresa Roche Textiles. I started thinking about making fabric and wallpaper many years ago. The line actually came to fruition in 2018, but as a child of the 60s and 70s, and growing up in the textile capital of the world, my parents worked in the mill. My whole life was in and out of this neighborhood and all around this area. So I had something in the back of my mind that I wanted to do. And when I started my artistry and the gallery and becoming a full-time artist, it was the first time that I saw the connection of how I might be able to make that happen. About 5 years ago, I started seeing that some of my original paintings, and one of them, for instance, is Rose Hill, I saw that painting could actually be the wallpaper, that I didn't need to start from scratch to start creating a pattern with an illustrator program or by drawing it. I knew that I could make it with the painting that I was painting. We still make fabric from original paintings, but I also take some of the strong patterns that have a lot of floral and a lot of pattern, and I pull things from those patterns, marks and colors and tones, to put into some of the simpler patterns like the stripes and the party plaids. The way I like to show the line is not necessarily showing you pattern by pattern and color by color, but I like to show it to you the way that I paint. And as an artist, I see things a little bit differently, the way I mix the colors, the way I'm inspired. And so when I show the line, I like to show people how a pattern started and what I did to make that fabric become something beautiful and special. Whatever you want to do, whether you want to use a Rose Hill chartreuse and go towards the warm, muted blushes or more towards a cooler lilac or pink, or into your blacks or into your golden tones, it works really well. If you want to go really strong in color, really bold, I love using the green with the Rose Hill white. I love using the yellow, the Twombly yellow with the Rose Hill white. So you can bring a lot of pattern on pattern and a lot of color to the project if you want to. When I played around with this pattern, I wanted every warm tone that I loved, but every cool tone at the same time. Because I think the mixture for me with paint, the mixture of the cool and the warm tones together are what makes it exciting. One of my favorite colors along with chartreuse is this blush. It's one of my favorites, and I feel like it works really well in the line. I feel like the blush works really well with all the Rose Hills, and it works really beautifully with most of the Bobos. It looks beautifully here. That gives you a little bit of a feel for what I'm talking about when I talk about not limiting a pattern to a certain palette. And I think you all know much better than I do how to present that to your client. I just want to be able to have the best I can have to give you so that you can do that. I want this line to be something that you can pass down to your children and something that you would actually want to keep around for a while.